We're over here on the west side of the house. This is the condensing unit, the HVAC condensing unit. It's 19 years old. Okay, this equipment's engineered on paper to last 20. It might last 35, but Las Vegas is going to give you 14. After 14 years, it's done just about everything we ever expected it to do. So, Texas Real Estate Commission, all they care about is it cold or not. Alright, is it working? Performing the function for which it's intended? We'll find out. We'll find out. But right now, it doesn't fit on the pad properly. It's not level on the pad. The pad doesn't elevate it a minimum of 3 inches above grade. We do not have a rain diverter to keep water from coming down onto the unit. Now, this is okay 19 years ago, but since 2015, this is an energy thing, is this insulation is no longer acceptable. And I want a hard, smooth insulation on that so it doesn't fall apart like it's been falling apart. Okay? Coming on along, our disconnect is to the side. It should be sealed on 3 sides. We got a nice little picture inside of here of it. You can see how it's bolted up. This is our data plate, which tells us, among other things, that it's 19 years old. It tells us that it's a 4-ton system. It tells us that we're supposed to have a 40 amp breaker, and I think we do have a 40 amp breaker, but I don't know for sure. The process of elimination leads me to believe that this is probably a 40 amp breaker. It's probably fused properly. It also tells us that this refrigerant, where are we? Where are we? R22. R22. No longer manufactured in the United States, no longer imported in the United States legally. Can you still buy it? Yes, there's stockpiles of it. Is it expensive? It's expensive. And they have drop-ins that aren't even as efficient as this. Back 19 years ago, okay, in 1982, yeah, no, 1922, 2003 when this was replaced. 2003 is probably an R10, a SEER 10. We're at 14 and a half now, so it's not as efficient. You put the drop-ins in, they're not as efficient as the inefficient refrigerant that we've already got. If you get somebody to convince you that they can keep this thing running because they're going to put a drop-in in it, you might as well put him on payroll. Invite him to all of your family dinners and stuff. I mean, you might as well adopt the guy. So, or a gal. I bet you might as well. Now, most technicians that come out to visit this property, they're going to, rightfully so, they're going to recommend that they say, you know what, I can make it run, but it's time for us to do a little forward thinking. And let's put something in here that's more energy efficient and more comfortable and more reliable. That's, you know. So, is it running? I don't know. One of the Texas Real Estate Commission sources says that if I feel warm air, then that would deem this as, so it's running somewhat. And we'll do some more measurements and things. But it's 19 years old, it's R22. I mean, those are the 2 biggest factors right there. And it's not elevated, it's not level, it doesn't fit on the pad, we don't have a rain diverter over it, we have the wrong kind of insulation. So we got those things too. We got those things too.